Hiyo sauti imesikia. Ila hajasikia hiyo sauti, hana masikio. Kwa hivyo mimi naambia mngojee, tunaenda kwa mkutano na msimame hivyo. Sema ya kwamba wale shop stewards wameshikwa, waachiliwe hapa. Is part of our conditions kwa hii mambo ambayo tunaenda juu yake. Na tunasema pale na press saa hii mambo ingelikuwa rahisi sana kama wangeliita chama waelezee mapema. Lakini mawaziri wetu ni watu bure sana. Lakini kitu wanataka wajue katika nchi hii, wafanyikazi ni part and parcel of the system. The state is owned by workers. You cannot say you have consulted other stakeholders when the owners of the state have not been.
Team Cyprian, welcome again, and Team Okua, and I'm super excited. Although leo tumetoka nje kidogo. Imagine Kisii hatujakuwa na stima for 2 days.
For 2 days na ni Kisii bana.
Na Kisii ni town.
Ni Kisii na kuna stima for 2 days. I think Opio Wandai and his team, they're failing us.
They must go.
They must go. They're just boring us. We thought it's a change, but now it's getting worse. I think we need some changes.
We need some changes.
Because we cannot go, is electricity kipotea in a town. There are so many people who depend on electricity for them to survive. So the moment they decide like in Epotea leo, there are so many people incurring losses, and I think it's important so that we can have these people being taken care of, because there's no way people are making losses and no one cares. We need electricity back.
Anyway, for today we have good news, and the good news ni kwamba koti imeweza kublock Adani Group from taking our Jkia, na hiyo kesi iliweza kupelekwa mahakamani na LSK na Human Rights. Tumeweza kuambiwa kesi itasikizwa mnamo October, isito October, mwezi wa 10, ya tarehe 8 October. So guys, we are super excited. I think those are good news, and I think Kenyans wako na furaha. Sasa pengine wewe kama mtazamaji ama Mokua, what's your take about this?
First of all, let me congratulate the parties that decided to go and take up the responsibility of ensuring that Kenyans have gotten some transparency on every deal that is done on anything that belongs to them. There's no way you can just wake up and decide today Jkia is for Adani. How? For 30 years. That means Ruto will be out of power, gone by far. We have maybe 4 or 5 presidents, and then William Ruto still making that deal without informing Kenyans. I mean, it was very nice of the people who are in charge of the process in court to ensure that at least we've gotten justice as Kenya. This is not the first time you're going to have the president's initiatives being cancelled by the court. We've had NHIF, the transfer of NHIF to SHIV and SHA, it was cancelled. That is a clear indication that the government completely does not care about the rule of law. We should have the role of the Chief Justice, the role of the Attorney General being witnessed in this kind of cases. Because you find the President does things without giving the Attorney General the powers to advise, to give legal advice on how some of the measures of the government can be done. So right now we are having these things cancelled, and when they are cancelled, for instance, the issue of SHA and SHIF, the people who suffer are Kenyans. simply because of the mistake of the government failure to follow the due process to ensure at least they have done what the law postulates. Now, what I can just say at this point, me, I'm happy the Adani has been cancelled. If the deal was genuine, they could have put it very clear, and we have said it before, very clear for everybody to understand what the deal is all about. Then, Adani Group is not the only group that can be able to do all these things. There are Kenyans billionaires who are here. If they come together, they can comfortably make the airport work. But when we prefer the foreigners, we show that we are inferior. We cannot do even some of the things for ourselves. Why don't we first put the tender to the Kenyans here, people to come, even if it's 200 billion, for them to come on board and invest on the airport. The challenge we have with William Ruto is egocentrism. He wants everything to benefit him. Now, when you want everything to benefit him, they have to take some weird groups, a crooked company, to come to Kenya and get these companies doing what they want for them to do. People are saying right now that Adani has been accused before on some irregularities. Yes. The same Adani, you give it a role to do in Kenya. Why do you assume their role?
But there are some people saying kuna possibility there is someone behind mwenye anasema ni Adani, but in really sense si Adani. So hatujui kama ni wao ama kuna Mkenya ambaye ni very popular.
The kind of force, the kind of energy the government is putting to ensure that Adani Group has taken the airport shows clearly there is some self-interest here from the political class in Kenya. And you know now that that's among the topmost agendas, that's among the topmost facilities of the government, of the Kenyans, that's the Jkia, meaning the president has a direct hand in it. Probably we can't, personally I cannot rule out the fact that Ruto is part of this deal. I can't rule out because we all know William Ruto. We had, you know, in Kenya we've had so many things that are happening and William Ruto has had a hand in it. And most of them always go zigzag. So therefore it's very clear as we speak today here that the Adani Group has a deal that is hidden so that they could be able to benefit some individuals in Kenya. There's no way you can vet all other good companies and then settle on a crooked company in India, a company that has been accused of various irregularities, then you give it a role to run in the country and you're forcing it to do that. Why do you have to go for these crooked companies? Which means they don't care about integrity. They are showing their character even to the foreigners in terms of what they want them to do for them. We can't allow that. Kenya is for Kenya.
But what will happen, because tumesikia already walikuwa washapeana 600 and something million to Kenyan airport. What will happen if tuseme the court rules like they are going to be chased away, na definitely hizo pesa kuna watu washagula?
So definitely we'll have a legal interpretation. The court will give directives because usually when these deals are cancelled, the government has a way to appeal, and then you know the judiciary again might reverse the decision. You know, one of the most corrupt systems you have in this country is the judicial system, where you find people make judgments based on what the person they know. Right now the court that ruled, a higher court will come, give another reverse. You know, there's that game that's going to be played. But the fact remains, so long as they made a mistake of not, if there's an irregularity within the law that has been seen from the law interpretation, that the Adani Group was not genuine, then definitely that means that there's no need for compensation because hawa watu already wamefanya kitu mbaya. Why do you do bad things? When you are stopped, you want to be paid back. We don't tell them to rush to pay the money, and actually we don't force them to do that. So let them just relax. I personally feel that if the law, if the court said that it has been tupiliwa mbali, let us have now the Kenyan people take over the Jkia. But henceforth, we cannot also deny that Jkia has been making losses for long. But it has been making losses as a making of the political class. It has not been making losses from nowhere, because you see, like before Kenyatta certain time gave Jkia some billions of money to simply get itself out of debt. You know, yet this Jkia can be under certain proper management to make profit. Yani I realized Michael Joseph one time when he was an interim head of Jkia. He used to say that we will be making losses until 2024. Then you ask yourself, which company sits down to plan for a loss in this country? Instead of you stopping this and that, at least you ensure that we have profit. We don't need to travel. We don't need to have so many people traveling to America with using Jkia, or maybe don't need to have empty aeroplanes going to JF Kennedy in the US. Yet we can just transport those people locally, even to Ethiopia and some other places. At least we ensure, even if they're not going far, or even if you are taking one plane to America, at least that plane makes sense. You can't fly a plane or maybe do some things that are giving us losses in the name of kufurahisha watu. We want Kenya to benefit. Therefore, I think personally, I feel that the political class needs to work very well to ensure that at least we have proper and competent people at the Jkia. Because one thing, let me tell you this: you saw a leaking roof at Jkia.
Yeah.
The government could not fix it. Does it mean Kenyans cannot fix a roof? Therefore, that's a hint to show you that it was the political making. Okay, politicians just decided to make sure that Jkia has failed, so that they can now come up with this plan. Oh, let's bring someone else to come and renovate it. Because Murkomen kept on lying to us. This will be fixed. We have brought people to investigate the leaking roof. You know, it is completely out of order when you have such kind of allegations or maybe operations from the government. But basically, right now as we speak, we want to ensure that at least we have had proper performance in Jkia. And actually, what I want to ask is that when Morara takes power in 2027, or even before, because you never know the Ruto atafika 2027, we want him first to fix some of these parastatals of government. Some of them are very lazy, some of them are not performing, but Jkia, now that it must operate, we need proper and competent people. We've had people, I haven't said this before, we've had CEOs like Joshua Igara, who was in KCB. He went to Stanbic Bank, I think, and is doing very well over there. People who can comfortably manage, because you've realized companies like now KCB making billions of money as profit. Billions of money of profit. Why is it that we can't have the same people given Jkia to run? It's because of political interest. They want to benefit here and there, bring in illegal things without being asked. You get? So therefore, we want to really want to cement the statement by Morara that once we fix the presidency, this country will change. So long as you have a corrupt president who does not care about what Kenyans feel other than his wealth, you're not going to go anywhere. It's simple and clear. Let William Ruto get out of office and have Morara fix this country. Simple.
Period. Anyway guys, I don't know what's your take, but personally I'm so happy Kotu wameweza kublock Adan Group from taking over Jkia. That's good news to us. Na vile niliwaambia, we keep you updated. So keep subscribing and don't forget to subscribe to Mokwa the Informer channel so that akiwapasha mengi zaidi. Kutoka kwetu tunasema asante, tuonane in our next video.